If you're looking this week for what Donald Trump would call fake news, then while we've got plenty of it here in Australia, look no further than Brexit. I must say, all the threats from his own side towards Boris Johnson may come to nothing. Tonight, our time will tell. Tory rebels are after Boris.
It's a huge risk the other way. The party will divide over Europe, and the pressure will only get greater. We'll end up with a Labour government because we don't make this commitment.
Those who suggest that a decision in the referendum to leave would merely produce another stronger renegotiation and then a second referendum in which Britain could stay, I say, think again. The renegotiation is happening right now.
A tactic reason also, which is to use Ireland for the future negotiations.
He cannot make a decision. He cannot work out whether he is for Brexit or against it, for a referendum or against it.
You are absolutely disgraceful.
We're leaving on the 31st of October, no ifs or buts.
People voted in the referendum to leave the EU. You are not respecting it. All I hear is I this, I that, I that.
The ayes have it, the ayes have it.
The people in this country voted to leave the European Union.
I require no response from...
This is probably the most out-of-touch House of Commons that has existed in many, many decades.
Do you have any idea how ridiculous that sounds? That everyone
Mais c'est toujours le problème parfois avec les Anglais. Ils pensent que seuls, ils ont plus d'influence qu'avec le continent européen. C'est fou.
I voted to remain, but I'd definitely vote leave now.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I really read up about the EU, more so than I did before, and I realised I don't want to be part of an institution that's not actually democratic itself.
And most of those people are racist, fascist...
No, I'm sorry. Peter, I enjoy talking, but I'm just not going to allow it, my friend.
What are we doing with Brexiteers? How's the best way of doing it? I've no idea. Gas them. Gas them? Bloody hell. Yeah, we go Nazi.
Any idea how the European Union are going to treat us if we negotiate in that way? Can you give us a nice deal, please? And then I'm going to vote not to have it in the first place.
Utterly ridiculous. People voted to leave. You can't read into their heads what they voted for. And Boris Johnson now is a breath of fresh air, frankly.
In normal circumstances, parliamentary democracy serves our country well. But in the last 2 and a bit years, I have been ashamed of the behaviour of this Parliament.
You know, the fact of the matter is the people said we want to leave the European Union, and this place says we don't.
409 out of the 650 constituencies had Leave majorities, and that was on an 80% turnout, far higher than any turnout that we are elected on at a general election. So over the last 2 and a bit years, we have a Parliament that thinks it knows better than the public this Parliament explicitly gave the decision to. We have a Parliament that thinks it is acceptable to use representative democracy to defeat direct democracy. A direct democracy explicitly agreed and voted for by this Parliament. We have a Parliament that has totally failed to work across party lines to find an acceptable way forward. And we have a Parliament that is very good at saying no, but is bereft of ideas to come up with anything better. And we also have a Parliament where an increasing number of MPs were elected with often significant majorities for one party, who then declare for another without any agreement from their constituents. So if we value our democracy and everyone who took part in the referendum, we must honour the result and everyone who voted, all of whom were told that the result would be respected.
The electorate, by a majority, want him to do what the people voted to do in 2016. Get out of the bloated, extravagant, wasteful, bureaucratic European Union for one simple reason: Britain should never have been there in the first place.